Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today, I am very, very grateful to be joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the man with the pink hat, Lyndon Knowles, looking to take out the heavyweight championship next weekend in the inaugural heavyweight one Muay Thai championship. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, awesome, man. How you feeling leading up to the fight?
I'm super excited and I can't wait.
Awesome, man. Now, I heard a recent interview you were doing some training out in the US with Khalil Roundtree, is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, did you spend the whole camp out there or were you doing like little bits of back and forth and stuff or
So we were meant to fight on the 8th of March, me and
correct?
Roman.
Yes,
We were meant to
correct.
fight on the 8th of March and Chris had already so Khalil's meant to be fighting on the 20 Khalil's fighting on the 26th of April.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris has already because Khalil had been over in England at the beginning of the year, they had already spoke. So Chris is now his
Yes.
striking coach. I took the fight in March, and we were gonna quickly do the fight because it was only 3 weeks' notice. We were gonna quickly do that, and then Chris was gonna come to America. But then things changed.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out in Lamai WMC, Lamai training in Koh Samui,
Mm-hmm.
and then we've come here for the rest of the camp for the last 3.5, 4 weeks out here.
Awesome, man. And obviously, you know, out of your control with the fight getting postponed a little bit, but it seems like it's allowed you to get some, really high quality training in for those last few weeks.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's worked out perfectly for me. I couldn't have wanted it any other way, to be honest.
Hmm. Awesome, man. And it's funny because the first time I actually caught wind of you was in the corner of Jonathan Haggerty. I've heard you talk about, your character, your image that you portray outside of the ring. Obviously, you have a great fighting ability, but like I said, it was that corner work where I saw you, and you really caught my eye based on that character that you do portray, and it was really, really interesting to now see this matchup, you getting to fight on the big stage. Talk to us a little bit about that. Like, obviously, this is a big opportunity, a big promotion, but you've sort of been there and seen the lights a little bit through being in the corner of John. Um, so does that sort of take away the a bit of the mystique and the mystery of, stepping into such a big show like this or for such a big opportunity?
For me, no. Like every time I go, I'm grateful that I'm there in Jonathan's corner and part of the team.
Hmm.
It's unbelievable. So, and we were there for Mareem at Mannerman on the 8th of March, and it's still just as exciting when it's someone else and not myself.
Yes.
So, and I cannot wait for it finally to be me. Like I've always been super happy to be a part of the team because I mean, as you see, when John wins, it feels like I win, and I'm that involved with the boys that Christian and I train. So, but I'm super excited that it's my turn.
Oh man, we're all super excited as well. I wanted to talk to a little bit about that relationship you have with your brother, and obviously him being such a fantastic coach. Now, do you think that you would ever see yourself going down that road? I know obviously you're focused on your fighting career at this stage, and that's tunnel vision there. But do you think, you could ever see yourself going down the coaching road further down the line?
Yeah, I really do. Sorry.
So we were talking about coaching and you potentially going down that road in the future.
I mean, so we've already got two gyms in the UK, so I already do coaching anyways. Like if Chris isn't available or we're both at this, because in England now Thai boxing is so big.
Hmm.
Sometimes there's shows up north and then there's shows down south. So sometimes we both have to be at shows at the same time. So yeah, I'm
You've taken up
definitely,
that role already.
yeah,
It seems like a seamless
yeah,
transition. Obviously, Muay Thai is such a big part of not only your life, but the family's life, and it's such a big part of the culture within the family. So I just wanted to speak as well on that culture of Muay Thai in England. It seems like it has a very developed scene over there. You guys produce, some top level elite fighters who, you know, with shown in one championship, go over and not only hang with the elite ties, but are able to beat them. So, like how coming from such a developed base of Muay Thai, do you think the growth, because obviously on a global level, Muay Thai should have, still is looking to get the recognition it deserves. Do you think that like an opportunity like this, for instance, could help propel, Muay Thai on the global stage beyond just that solid foundation it has in the UK?
I mean, I hope so. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like Muay Thai. I mean, I'd love to be a part of spreading it as far as the world can, as far as the world is. Because
Hmm.
it's such a different sport, and being out here and seeing how the MMA guys interact with each other, and then compared to us guys, like we could actually spend the whole day with someone we're about to fight. It wouldn't bother us. Whereas in other
Yeah.
sports, I don't know if they could do that.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And like you said, coming and spending a lot of time with some elite, MMA fighters and seeing that difference. Obviously, it's still a combat sport, but different sport. And like you said, almost different mentality. Like there's a lot more animosity, it seems like, and general rivalries and feuds. Whereas in Muay Thai, you still have the rivalry, but like you said, there's not as much animosity.
Yeah, I think with Thai boxing, we know it's a job, it's a way of life, but there's no hard feelings. You can't catch feelings because usually when you catch feelings, you lose control of what you're doing.
Yes. And in such a high intensity situation, um, you would know best, emotion, anger coming in with all of this built up resentment towards an opponent, like you said, nailed it on the head, would just take away from your own abilities in there and your own abilities to see what's in front of you in that moment.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Well, man, with the MMA stuff and obviously training with Khalil a bit, are you like an MMA fan or is this sort of a new world that you're just getting a look into in a sense?
Yeah, it's just a brand new world to me, if I'm honest. Like,
Yeah.
I was lucky enough that Cleo said, yeah, bring him out as one of my training partners and work around each other's training schedule. It's been amazing.
Awesome, man. And do you think through getting that insight into Khalil's camp, you might be exposed to a bit more MMA going forward? Obviously, I'm sure you'll, watch his fight and support him in that. And it's interesting too. Like I'm sure not only like there's help for both of you guys, like coming from two different worlds, being able to share the training room would be so beneficial for both of you in pretty authentic ways.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I've learnt loads from him. Some of the other stuff he does, his other training, and how well he likes to recover as well, but still puts the work in.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's been such a good eye opener for me.
Awesome, man. And I did hear you speak about that recovery side of things. You've spoken about being like very old school Muay Thai, 2 hard sessions a day.
Yeah.
Um, and obviously, it must be hard to balance. I'm not doing enough with like, it's time for my body to rest and recover now. So is that something you think someone like such an elite level athlete like Kalia was being able to help you with in terms of balancing that, it is okay to pull back here and look at the long game sort of thing?
Yeah, it really has, like seeing his different in training, because sometimes, you do the 2 hard trainings. One of them might be not worth it, you just
Yes.
you
You've
just
expended you've given too much.
yeah. So watching him and then he the camp, he's still sort of at the beginning and I'm at the end, so I can't focus too much on what he's doing and being able to rest because I'm so close now. So
Yes.
it's definitely a juggling act, but I have noticed it. I've took it on board and I have started to listen to the body a bit more.
Yeah, awesome, man. And let's just speak about your opponent a little bit. Obviously, he's been pretty unstoppable so far in one. Very high finish rate as well. Now, clearly, you know this, and you know the dangers that are in front of you. And I can ask you, you know, the question so many different ways of what you need to do to win, but it's obviously about staying safe while
Yeah,
pressing the action,
yeah,
right? Getting
yeah,
him to work while staying safe.
yeah.
How are you feeling about with the 4 ounce gloves being, you know, a bit of a new experience for you?
So I think that's why coming out to Las Vegas has helped me loads. Like Lil is such a deadly striker with the little gloves. So being able to spar with him and figuring out how to defend myself with that has really helped me, and it's made my confidence grow. To be honest, that I can do the task that I need to do.
And that's such a, a big point because someone like in yourself who's used to the 12s or the 16 ounce gloves in sparring, things you're catching on the guard, you're so used to catching on the guard, just, it's so ingrained in you, muscle, like in your habits. Those things are slipping through now, right? Which
Yeah,
is obviously beneficial on one hand for your offense, but like we were speaking about on the defensive side of things, it means you need to be on your P's and Q's,
yes,
So I guess with that level of unknown, all you can do is train your hardest and keep that defense exactly where it needs to be in in that sense,
yeah, 100%.
100%. And with the trip out to Thailand, when do you actually leave?
So we leave Saturday night. We get there Monday morning.
Yeah, cool. And are you going to have a little bit of an opportunity to immerse yourself in the culture post-fight, or is this strictly business in and out?
It's never in and out, but it is strictly business. I've been to
Mhm.
Thailand so many times now.
Yes.
It's, I know what it's about, but it's also such a beautiful country. You do have to enjoy it as well. It wouldn't be right to just go there and not enjoy what country it is.
Yes, 100%. And I just wanted to speak a little bit about with the how developed Muay Thai culture is in the UK. Does that have like roots? Is there really good Thai culture over in the UK as well? Because I'm from Australia and I feel very blessed. Like we have great Thai culture, like really good Thai food down here. I know Australia and Thailand's not too far away, but is it a similar thing in the UK?
Yeah, yeah, there definitely is a big Thai culture in
Hmm.
the UK. So there's always great food. I mean, I know a lot of people complain about the UK weather and whatnot, but we're so opening to other countries coming in and settling and we get to use it all and so there's always great food in England. It might not be English food,
Yes.
but there's always amazing food.
Yeah, no, it's the same in Australia, very multicultural and
Yeah,
you get yeah, you get to try it all out in that sense, which is
yeah,
or exposed to it all, which is, a
yeah.
good
It's what
thing.
you want in life. You want exposure to stuff.
100%, my friend. 100%. Um, so do you have any previous experience fighting at Lumpini Stadium? Because it's a very
Uh,
yeah,
I
like
haven't,
it's
I haven't, I haven't fought in Lumpini Stadium. I've been there a few times now with the guys
yes.
cornering. So
Reflecting on you're coming up to 100 fights very,
yes,
very soon and having that milestone of fighting at Lumpini Stadium, one of the most famous, well-renowned stadiums in the world. Uh, Does that come with a bit of pride? Like, are you proud of yourself for not only reaching that milestone of 100 fights, but you're in the main event, one championship fighting for the heavyweight title, Lumpini Stadium. Like, this is as big as it gets, my friend. And
yeah. So
just talk, yeah.
this is only 99, unfortunately. So
Yes.
I've definitely got to go again, haven't
Yeah,
I?
you've got to
So
defend it, right?
yeah, agreed. So then that be. I mean, what a way to finish 100 fights? Lumpini Stadium defending your crown.
100%, my friend. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I'm very, very excited to see all the action go down next week, and I'll be cheering for you, my friend. Thank you
Thank
again.
you. Thank you for having me.
No worries, my friend. You have a lovely day, and
Yeah.
all the best with the travel, the training,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, like I said, I really look forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, mate. Take care.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.